Cool. Right. What is up, guys? Welcome back to another podcast, not your normal podcast. I'm your host. Well, we're both hosts. Me and Luke are here doing another episode. And in this episode, now, Luke, introduce yourself. No, well, we know Luke. Luke's
Hello, everybody.
the odd one out of the two. Then again, I am Ginger, so that is pretty weird. Anyway, so before we get started, I just wanted to bring you guys back to 2 episodes ago. We did a video, I think 3 episodes, I'm not sure. We did a video where we had, where we basically talked about what we'd do if we had $100,000, or basically like if we were rich, right? Now, in that video, my boy Luke here, right? Some of you guys, if you watched that video, know, he talked about how he wanted people to draw him now. And I made a plead for help sort of thing, because, you know, poor guy was sitting there crying, and some of you guys responded. Now, before we get into this, look at him, he's having like a mini orgasm over there. Right, so before we get into this episode, we had 2 submissions, right? 2 drawings of Luke, right? That I just wanted to show you. This is Luke's first time seeing them as well. Now, the artists who did them, they want to stay anonymous, which I completely understand, that's fine. But I've put this together, so I'm going to share my screen now.
It's for when I go like, Jesus Christ, they're bad.
Yeah, you better not say that they're bad. Anyway,
Wow.
So I'm going to share my screen, and we're going to look at the first drawing. So if I go share, right, so can you see my screen?
Yeah, hide your browser history.
You can't see my browser, thank God. Right, so you can see we have the drawings there. So I'm going to open up the first one. Now this one, this is a very good one. I love this one. Right, I'll make it full screen. Can you see that?
ComTruth. Oh my gosh.
Otherwise known as ComTruth. So this is a fan, clearly a fan who knows about the ComTruth stuff. And obviously they followed the because I know you said you wanted to be drawn as royalty, right? So that's you in that's you there in your little royalty, your little arms there, and otherwise known as Luke Daly.
I love that.
So so that's the first one.
I like
right. I love it. I think it's brilliant. I love the cartoon.
A true fan.
A true fan as well, because they know about ComTruth, which is pretty cool. So I like that little reference there. Right, Luke, come on. What do you think?
I really like it. I love that. It's so good. That's so cool.
Cool. So now we're going to look at the next one, because obviously we've still got a whole episode to do. So the next one is so we obviously looked at the cartoon one. So now we've got a really realistic, really well drawn sort of portrait of you, and you can see this one's not digital. This one's like hand drawn in a notebook. So somewhere out there, Luke, you're hand drawn in someone's notebook. How do you feel? Right?
I mean, I can only apologize.
I really apologize. I think it looks really good.
That's crazy. That's
Come on, take it in.
Because like sometimes you see drawings, you're like, okay, I can kind of see it.
Yeah.
But that's like, that's insane. They've really caught the eyes.
The eyes, which is weird because a lot of people struggle with eyes, right? Well, when I'm drawing, especially, I struggle with eyes. Right? Look at those 2. So we've got, and I love it how different they are, but they're so like, I just love them. I think they're brilliant.
Insane.
Go on, Luke. Give us a speech. Make us cry. You gotta say something now.
I absolutely love them, and all I'll say is, thank you. These are amazing, and please do more. I want
do more. Yes.
I want a whole art gallery.
Frame them.
You'll have to send them to me. These are amazing.
Oh, yeah. Well, I've got an email up now. I've just sent them to you. So I've just sent them to you. If you check your email, you'll see 2 images, and there'll be these 2 here. So those are your early birthday presents.
That's so cool. Yeah. Whoever you are, thank you so much. And to anyone else out there, get drawing, people. This is tough to beat. I want it as un-narcissistic as I can be. I want this to be a weekly thing.
Yeah.
This is so cool.
Yes.
This is so cool. That is amazing.
Well,
I wonder how long.
thought it was
How long
cool.
did they take? Both of them. I want to know.
Right. So the one on the left. Oh God, I don't even know. About 2-3 days. They sent me a message saying like, obviously after 3 days after the episode was out. So they literally got on it. And then the drawing here was about a day or two.
That's crazy.
Right. So 3 days and a day or two.
Well, it turns out that you can draw me. So
you're
there,
drawable, which is nice.
That's the person out there. You know who you are, who said that I was too hard to draw.
Oh, right. Do you want to tell the story, or like, do you want me to?
The episode, we made the episode, and I've always
Right.
said how I've always wanted to be drawn, because it's like, it's just so cool. I mean, look at it. And it was like almost like a heavenly moment. Ask and thee shall receive. Because then the next day, a friend was drawing people. And and they said, hit me up if you want one. And I was like, damn, this is my chance. And apparently I'm too difficult to draw. And so, but clearly,
we can see, you know what's brilliant? I love both of the styles. They're two very different styles, but I love both styles. They are both very different, and they're both capture like. I just love it. I
absolutely
think it's brilliant. I love it how people drawing it.
I would like. The thing about that is, which
one are we looking at? Which one, left or right?
The drawing one, which I find is interesting.
This
because, usually, like when you draw, I don't know. It seems very difficult, especially when you're drawing someone. Because I don't think I've taken a photo like looking like that.
Oh right, yeah. They must have used like a video frame.
It's easier to like draw.
Yeah.
Wait, I'll have to check the video. Did I pose? I remember posing. I wonder if
you did say I'm going to pose. So you might. Yeah, but those were very exaggerated poses. So that might be a pose. I'm not sure.
But if that's from scratch, then that belongs in the Louvre in France.
The Louvre in France. Yeah.
Next to the Mona Lisa. That's insane. I wish I had like the original. No offense to that. I want it. That's so cool though.
Well, they'll probably be watching this, so if you want to
both of them are like amazing. I love them both.
Brilliant. Well, I've sent them to you. You have both of them, so enjoy.
Can I like post them? Like, do I own these?
Yeah. Basically, they just said as long as I don't tell you who drew them, they are yours. Those two pictures are yours. So you can do whatever you want. So and it's kind of isn't it cool how they're like anonymous? You know, you've got two artists out there watching this video right now.
I want both of them on a t-shirt.
Okay, right. Swiftly moving on. Swiftly moving on.
That's so cool. Oh my gosh.
Right.
I'm amazed.
Just breathe. Take your time. Whenever you're ready to do the actual episode.
That's the episode. It's all going to be downhill from here. It's all downhill from here. That is insane. All right. Cool, I guess onto the episode.
Onto the episode. So if I stop sharing,
please send it to us if we have an email.
Yeah, we have it right. We have it. Yeah, we have an email, but also we have Instagram, right? So at Not Your Normal Show. I run the Instagram. Luke runs the YouTube. So text in, whatever. Also text in just send them
directly to me.
Send them at Luke Daly.
Listen, I think let's make this into an art competition. Anyone else out there who wants to do a animation, sculpture? We haven't.
Wow. Okay. Right.
A wood carving.
Right. Okay. All right.
A piece of artwork, maybe just not of me. Maybe something I've said. One of my famous quotes. Anything out there. We are going to call this. We're going to have. I think a monthly art competition.
None of us are artists. Like, we'll be sitting there judging and have no clue.
We have a monthly art competition where it can be anything about not normal, whatever this place is called, this thing.
not your normal.
And / me, because this is where it all started. And so, yes, but this is so cool and tough to beat. I can't draw, so it's lovely, and I'm overwhelmed. I'm amazed.
Well, that was a nice little surprise that we had planned. So
please, if you want, look at my Instagram for inspiration. There's some cool ones on there. It's at LukeDaily99. LUKE.
Did you just plug your own? Yeah, you just plugged your own Instagram. Brilliant, lovely.
Please be sure love to, that. I will even sit for a drawing. Well, I'll probably just take a photo, but still.
Anyway, back to the episode. Swiftly moving on.
Right.
Come on, introduce the topic of today's podcast, Luke.
Today we are talking about what is better, a sculpture of Luke or an artwork. So it's very tricky because I joke. God. We are discussing today. If you could have a superpower, what would it be? What superpower would you have? But more so, what kind of hero or villain would you be? Would you be the ultimate hero or the ultimate villain? Maybe an anti-hero, maybe an anti-villain, maybe somewhere in between. So, to start us off, Jack, what would your superhero power be and why?
You know, I haven't actually thought about it. I'm not gonna lie, but these are the two that come to mind first, right? The two that I would think be cool is mind reading, but that's what I feel like everyone goes for that. But also shape-shifting. I feel like shape-shifting would be really useful.
Into other humans or animals? What is this? You know, you want to be a squirrel? Or...
You know what? Honestly, anything. I just think, to be a squirrel would be cool because, like, you could experience different things. You could be a bird. You could fly. Do you know what I mean?
Like, I know you're a fan of nuts.
Please cut that. Please cut that. Please. I know the way you said it as well was like, I know you're a fan of nuts.
Okay, carry on.
Right. I'm speechless. But yeah, I think shape-shifting would be cool because you can, you know what though? I don't think I'd be a hero. Like, maybe
you wouldn't
be
a superhero.
I'd be quite selfish, I think, because there's not much you can do with shape-shifting. I would only shapeshift to just experience life and nature and stuff like that. Mind reading would just be useful because you could, like, read people's minds, and that's sick. Other than that, like, because if you're a shapeshifter, you don't need flying. Like, if people choose flying, it's like, well, you can just shapeshift into a bird and you can fly.
Yeah, but would you use it to fight crime? Would you use it to save people? Or would you use it to take over the world?
What can you do as a shapeshifter?
I don't know. Let's say someone's falling from a building. You transform into a bird.
Yeah, but a bird can't take a person. Well, you'd have to be like an eagle from Lord of the Rings. You'd have to be like a full-blown eagle and do a Gandalf scene. You could do a Gandalf scene when he falls onto the eagle.
Okay, so with drowning, you turn into a...
Oh, like, I know what you mean, like I don't know.
Dolphin.
Yeah, that could be like... Yeah, I suppose. But that's like, in the moment, like, anyone would try and help a drowning. You know, like, I'll just use my ability. Yes. Like, I wouldn't go out at night and think, right, I'm going to save... You know, I'm going to walk the streets and see if I can save people. I would like to be Spider-Man. I don't know why.
Do you want to be a web slinger?
That would be cool.
There was a thing in Australia recently. I think it was Australia. These 3 kids got bit by black widow spiders to try and get superpowers. I mean, I don't know if we should laugh, but I don't know if they died or whatever.
Right. Oh, God, yeah. Jeez.
I should probably check. Let me quickly check. Keep talking.
Right. See if you can cut. Right. So my superhero, you know, I've just looked them up and some of them are really weird. We got like tentacle extension. Like what? structure weakening. I'm assuming that's to do with like, you know, also people even choose invisible. That's like rubbish. Like, that's just depressing. Replication, I guess that could be weird. I could be like the I don't know. I don't really know. Thinking of like superheroes, Green Lantern, like, but is that a super like power? His ring?
That's tricky.
That's more of like some.
That's also like, you know, the kind of the Batman argument. It's like,
yes,
you know,
that's true.
His superpower is money.
That's true.
I just searched up. I just searched up. They didn't die, so we can.
All right, we can. Right, good.
They were discharged on May 20th. So.
Oh, that's good.
We should put out a disclaimer. Please do not cross
yes.
spiders. Spiders can go to hell.
Yeah, that's facts. I don't hate spiders. I honestly hate spiders.
If you want superpowers, it's Venus flytrap.
What? Someone's stick that penis in the Venus flytrap. I don't know why that's my first thought. Oh, it's on the bucket list, isn't it? Anyway, Luke, what would be your superpower?
Now, the way I thought of it was like this. Okay, I don't want, you know, they say, for instance, it was in the Spider-Man movies, that with power comes responsibility. And I don't want to have that responsibility. Like, for instance, say Superman does, where he has to, it's basically a full-time job. And so I was like, okay, I want something that's significant enough for myself, but not significant enough that it is basically under the radar. So that's my thing would be that I can go back in time.
I forgot about
that. By like 6 minutes.
That's very specific. 6 minutes.
So it's not enough to kill like Hitler or go back and save the Roman Empire. You know, change history, stuff like that. It's like, you know, I made.
It's like the length of your sex time. The length of your...
Well, this is now.
Sorry, I can't, mate. I had to say it. I was thinking about it. 6 minutes. That's oddly specific. It's almost like you've timed something.
Yeah, so I could use that power to go back in time and wish I never heard that comment. I just
think it's brilliant. Like
basically, and I could be like, you know, but it's not just like 6 minutes. It's anything in between. It could be 30 seconds, a minute, 4 minutes.
Are you trying to? Okay.
I could be like making dinner. I drop the plate. Oh no, dinner's everywhere. Boop, go back 30 seconds.
Right. Fair enough. I suppose that's similar with mine. Like, because mine's only for my own experience. Like, I want to experience what it's like to be all these different animals and, like, you know.
Wow, I'm
same with the mind read.
We're very selfish with ours.
Yeah, I know, right?
We're not helping people.
Right.
I think it's like, the thing is, it's like, by doing that, by becoming, like, for instance, a superhero.
Yeah.
Let's say it's just so much responsibility. It's like, okay, you've got to sacrifice yourself and your whole life because you've now got a full-time job of saving the world. Whereas if I have this little power that I can use, it's like, damn, I can live a pretty cool life, and it won't, like, I can help people if I want, or not.
Yeah, I mean, I watched recently. Oh yeah, go on.
I was just gonna say, you could go to Vegas and make millions.
You can make money. Well, I guess
let's go like this. Let's go roulette. They spin the wheel.
Oh yeah.
The ball stops on the number. Go back in time. Be like, 0 green.
But does that happen? I suppose that comes back to like time travel. Like, does the same thing still happen? Do you know what I mean?
Answer
in your interpretation of it. All right, fair enough.
It's difficult. This is like the whole thing about when movies talk about time travel. It's like, it's so complex and there's so many issues with it. But I am saying, basically, my thing would be the Prince of Persia. And if anyone's seen that movie, they kind of know what I mean. When he presses the button and he goes back and the same exact thing happens, but he's just conscious of it now, and he's like knows what's happening.
Right.
So it'd kind of be like that, in that the exact same thing happens, but I now know what the future is.
Yeah, that's not a bad power. Yeah.
There wouldn't be any, alternate universes that's created.
Right. Yeah, that's like some Rick and Morty stuff right there. I mean, I watched Birdman recently. I know this probably hasn't got much to do with it, right? But if you look at he's obviously Birdman, right? He's got that superhero to be like him or whatever. And I was just thinking, because he doesn't use it to like become. I mean, admittedly, in his old days, for those that have seen Birdman, basically it's this actor who does his own superhero movies, but he actually plays the superhero because he's an actual superhero, right? But he uses that to get money and stuff. So I guess it's similar to what we're trying to say is we would only use it like not to become a full-blown, full-time superhero, because I still want my career in design or whatever. You know, it'd just be fun and nice to have an extra.
But you could, like, for instance, with the money that you make, you could, for instance, donate it and do things that can help.
Yeah, I guess.
But it just means that you don't have that responsibility and weight on you.
Yeah.
And you could do things, you know, for instance, if you use my power to help people, let's say there is, I'm trying to think of what would happen, what kind of circumstance. I'm thinking like tsunami.
What? Hold on. 6 minutes, mate. 6 minutes. Remember that.
6 minutes could help a lot of people, especially those on the beach. Or let me think of something. All right, maybe that's too large scale.
I was thinking like
a smaller one.
I was thinking on like something like you know, like I think there's a thing in Spider-Man when like there's a school bus of kids and it's about to go in like off a bridge and he like spider webs it or whatever. But if you've got 6 minutes, you could like edge into the roads and the bus veers off a little bit, or you could do something to stop that.
Someone gets hit by a car, I could save them. You know, the little things in life.
No, but what you're thinking of is with girls, aren't you? You're thinking of because you're like,
why do you have to? Why do you have to?
I'm just saying. No, but it's
like that. It's like that movie, you know, About Time, when he can repeat the day.
That is such a good fit. That is so good. You know what? And he's ginger as well. I watched that like 4 weeks ago, right? It's so good. I love that film.
It is really good.
If you haven't watched it, go watch it. About Time. It's an amazing movie. It's kind of sad as well. It's kind of sad. I don't want to ruin it. I don't want to talk about it because I don't want to ruin it.
Why would you do that?
I don't want to ruin it.
Spoil. See now, if I had my power, I could go back.
I could go back in time. We could make these podcasts amazing.
But it's very funny because there's parts where, like for instance, with girls or whatever, if something goes wrong and you say something, and you're like, you can then just go back and you can be like, aha. Because the times where I've needed that, oh my gosh, there's many times. To count. There are too many to count. I've had some very embarrassing moments.
Any stories? Are we getting any stories? Come on, we're all listening.
I want to. The worst thing that's ever happened. I'll tell you this. The worst thing.
Yeah, there we go. Thank me later, guys.
People need to be careful about because this might happen to you.
All right, this is a life lesson as well, right?
Uncle Lucas talking now. Which is, you know, it's a known fact that people screenshot conversations, especially when...
I fell into that as well.
Especially when, you know, maybe you're asking advice from a friend and so you screenshot and you're like, what should I reply? Now, the problem is if you screenshot it and then send it to the person that you screenshotted it from.
You absolutely... You know what, though? I've never done that, but I've done something similar.
Well, the bigger problem then comes.
How do you explain?
Well, it's if you do it twice to the same person.
How stupid are you? To have to get out of it and then to do it again and explain like, no.
So
do it twice. You absolutely Luke, mate. What happened?
It was very embarrassing. You can't really recover from that. That kind of happens. When that happens, you kind of just go, well, it's fun while it lasted.
Yeah. Oh, my God, twice. You did it twice. Oh, right. Okay. right, back to the back to the topic at hand. Would you be? Oh, but we already kind of talked about it, really. Like, all right, let's talk about this. If you, right, because obviously people really want to know what kind of superhero we would be, right? I guess because we talked about how we would have it for our own lives, but if we had to be that kind of superhero, do you know what I mean? Like the one that saves the world. What power would you choose to help you save the world and stuff?
Okay,
Like
well, I think I've got this.
Because the 6-minute ones won't cut it.
I think I've got this.
Right, go on.
You say yours first.
No, I asked the question. You go for it.
Okay. So the thing we have to ask ourselves is this.
Right.
What kills the most people in the world? Because
here we go.
If we can find out what kills everyone, we can then be like, okay, well, what can we do to save them?
You know what? You got a point. You've got a good point.
So if you look online, right, in 2017,
which I've just done.
In 2017,
I can see you reading. Look at his eyes. His eyes are going. I knew you were looking.
In 2017, This is all from my own memory. So,
right, yeah.
In 2017, this is the data that I have remembered. Cardiovascular diseases killed 17.79 million people.
Right.
Damn. Okay. So
what would you do?
I have the superpower of being able to grow hearts. Just like I go like this and I concentrate and then a heart appears.
You look like you're in a deep thought while you were pooing. Someone screenshot that. Someone screenshot it and draw it. That's what we need to draw.
Okay. But if we go down the list, because a lot of the top ones are like diseases, respiratory diseases, digestive diseases, blah, blah, blah. Now, unless if you're immuno man, that's probably not going to help.
Jesus.
So you could have, your superpower could be that you have every single immunity in the world to every single disease, and they just harvest you for blood.
Wow.
So, if we go down the list, we have cardiovascular disease. That's the biggest killer. So please, everybody, take care of your heart and your heart diseases. Then you've got things like cancer, respiratory disease, dementia, blah, blah, blah. You get down. The first one that isn't disease-related is road injuries. That kills 1.24 million. So
a year or?
Well, in 2017 it did.
Oh, okay. So
my superpower could be that I am able to stop every road accident in the world.
What superpower is that? That is such a... Right, you were doing so well. I was like sitting there and I was thinking, that is such a great idea, because if you do like super strength, then you can only really save the people in your neighborhood. You know, you can only save one person a day or whatever. And you would go for really well, Luke, and then you chose, well,
I'm trying to think how. I'm trying to think how that could happen. Okay, I've got it. So I have like super hearing, so I can hear all of the roads, all of the road accidents that are going to happen. No. I don't have super hearing. I have foresight, so I can see into the future. So I know the accidents are going to happen. Then, I have that combined with...
I was thinking of something like, like the ability where you can go into someone's body. You can take control of their body. So what you could do is you could foresight, know that they're going to die, and then transfer into their body, and then like move out the way, and then transfer back into yours, and they'll be like, "Oh, what happened?"
You could.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
you could do that.
Then you'll just be sitting on your desk all day, like half dead, right? Like just transferring into people's bodies, and then like you go to sleep, and loads of people will die.
Okay, the problem with this with road injuries is that I think there's too many. I don't think I could effectively stop 1.24 million.
That's why you need something like, I don't know.
Okay, let's go down the list a bit more.
Super intelligence.
No, I don't think I could solve HIV. Malaria.
You have like laser sight and you just shoot all the mosquitoes.
My superpower is that I repel mosquitoes.
Hold on. Just repellent man. You like?
They call me mosquito repellent. I've got a funny fact. I've got a really funny fact. I can't remember where it is, but there's an African country.
Yeah.
There's an African country.
Go on, Luke.
And in it.
As I search it up.
I think it's Liberia. I'm going to go with Liberia.
Liberia.
But I could be wrong. But it's somewhere around there. But it's a country that has warlords. Okay? And so if you're a warlord, you want some kind of really cool name.
Yeah, obviously. Right, yeah.
And so in these African countries that do suffer great deal with things like malaria, you have warlords called like Mosquito, and then there's this one that is actually called Mosquito, and his rival is called Mosquito Repellent. That's actually true. You can search that out. But there's all sorts of stuff where, like, basically they take things that are like obviously impact a lot, and then they're like, that's my warlord name.
Oh, it's insane, mate.
So I would be Mosquito Repellent Man. I could, like a spider, weave mosquito nets.
That's so weird.
Okay, it seems like you're not going that. Okay, we go down the list. The next one is drowning. Okay, well with that one I could just breathe water.
That's just Aquaman, isn't it?
I could use like air. I could make a really big air bubble that encases the person and gives them oxygen. That's
cool. Yeah, I guess that's cool. That's cool. Fair enough.
Let's see.
Let me look at like. There are some weird body part substitution. Like, what does that even mean? What is that in?
What are you looking at?
I'm looking at like superpowers, just in general. Like,
body part substitution. This seems.
So apparently this guy lost, like in an anime or whatever, like I'm assuming this is where it's come from, lost an eye and then he basically put like 10 on his arm. Oh, that's very weird. Right, I'm gonna get off this website. It's weird, but you know you've got the normal ones. I feel like any immunity, any enhancement is just like. Not that much. Like, it's not that.
I think.
Nothing we can't do.
I think if you had a water-based power, you could stop things like wildfires, and you could stop things. You could stop droughts, wildfires.
Iceman. You need Iceman. From what is it?
Oh no, we don't want ice. We don't want ice. We want water.
Yeah, but ice is better because ice becomes water. But you can also like use ice to like redo the polar caps or whatever.
That's true.
Do you know what I mean? But like, if you do for wildfires, ice turns into water anyway. I feel like you know what you need. You know what you need. You need to harness the elements. Like you need to be fire, water, earth. Like if you had all of those, you'd be pretty sorted.
You'd be an elemental.
Right.
There we go. So
that's that. I feel like that's the ultimate power. Right?
If you are the chosen one,
right? Yep.
From the Airbender series, then
that's done.
Yeah,
that's done.
Easy peasy.
That's done. I feel like we've concluded on that because you could do you could help the environment, all that stuff, but you could also use it to like save people and stuff like that. But if you want to save the most people, which is like the net, like the net save the most or whatever,
yeah,
then elemental would be good because you can use them together and you can like cool stuff.
But I think in some ways a multiplier power would be cool.
Ooh,
you take one, you have like one thing and then it like
in your hands and then like
through like concentration you can then like multiply it, because you could do that with food, with money, with water. You could solve a lot of stuff with that. You could get like things like medicines and just multiply.
And then just that is useful because you're like creating stuff without ruining the current resources, which is good. Obviously, sustainability, right? I feel like that's good. That's not bad, but that's actually pretty good.
I think
Replicate anything. I suppose the only limitation is it needs to be made. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we need to have it first. So we can't cure cancer yet because it hasn't been done yet. Do you know what I mean? So that's the only limitation. But other than that, you'd save a lot more people than you think.
There's a spider.
Oh, what? Oh, Luke, come on. This is like live. Go on. What did you do?
I got it. Whoa. Look at that.
Hey.
It's gone. It's gone.
Why didn't you kill it? Why did you pick it up?
I don't know where it's gone.
Why did you pick it up, man? Who picks up a spider?
I picked it up from its web. It was distracting me. I could have.
Oh, you're insane.
That is crazy. That was above my head as well.
Who picks up a spider? Who in their right mind picks up a spider and goes, "Oh, look at this! I've got a spider in my hand."
It was only like a daddy long legs one, so I'm okay with them.
Mate, did you see me? Did you see me when you put? I saw the spider and my knee hit the table. I was out.
I don't know where it is. Well, there you go. That's
secure now.
That's my superpower. Maybe we'll end on that note.
Jesus Christ! Yeah, I should probably sit down. Right. Okay. Jesus, man, that is not on. What the hell just happened?
I can't wait to watch that back.
I hate spiders. Absolutely hate spiders.
Me too.
What do you mean? No, I hate it. I hate it. Those people are like, yeah, me too, mate. No, you just picked it up by its
but that's different. I hate spiders. Okay, I have a weird complex thing. I don't mind. I can go into detail about this because I'm not like arachnophobic.
I would say I'm nearly there.
I have a scale. If the spider is below knee height, then I'm not scared of it.
Okay? Oh, you mean like in the room?
Yes.
Like I thought you meant like size. I thought you meant size.
If there's a spider on the floor, I can kill it. Okay.
I can't do that.
If it's above kind of that height, upwards, especially if it's above my head, then I'm having heart palpitations. That's going to give me a heart attack, and I'm terrified.
That's so weird. That is really weird. But what if it's like hold on? So if it's on the floor, regardless of the size.
Yeah, because I know that I can see it. And all that's going to happen is it's going to run in one direction, and I can get far enough away and use something to like kill it. But if it's on the wall and I go to get it and it drops, I've lost it, and then it could run at me. So or it could jump. That's what I'm terrified about.
Yeah, I hate that. That's why I can't do anything regardless.
If it enters my sphere, then I am as good as dead.
You just picked it up, you absolute moron. Like,
I didn't pick it up.
You're telling me
it was
hanging. Picked it up. You straight just showed it on the camera.
It was hanging down by a web, and I picked it from the web.
Oh right.
It's and it was like here.
Oh okay.
But then it started to go up, and I was like, "Well, this is it. I'm out."
Mate, I'm feeling things on my leg now. Like I fucking feel a spider on my leg. I swear, I hate it.
I know. I feel like I need to kill myself.
I can't deal with spiders because, like, in Thailand, I had this really bad experience with spiders. It was.
My phone just vibrated, and my phone vibrated, and I just got.
Everything's scary after you see a spider. Like, full stop. You feel things on your leg. Everything, like vibrations, any sound. You're like,
well, hello everyone. Welcome to Fear Factor.
Yeah,
we're now terrified.
I can't deal with any size spider, like even tiny ones. Like I'll try and kill it, but like I can't do that.
Yeah,
it's proper scary. Even the little ones, even daddy long legs.
We got through it though. We got through it. We're in this together, everyone.
Man.
Well,
why did we do this? Why?
Thank you everyone for watching.
Yeah, thank you. Oh, mate, my legs. I swear there's something on my leg.
Remember, everyone, 3 things. 1, draw more things of me. because I want to make an art competition, and the winner
Art
gets an
competition.
actual prize. The winner will get a prize.
Mate,
It might
like
be-
you can afford that. Like you can afford.
It'll be money. I don't know how much.
It'll be like 20 quid.
I'll think of a price. Depending on where you are, you'll get a prize. Anyways, second thing. Comment what your superpower would be.
Yes.
And if you would be a villain or a superhero. And then
That's fine.
3, if you're also scared of spiders, like us.
Yes. I'm going to clip that.
Any spider story you have.
Yes. I'm going to clip that and post it on Instagram. Honestly, I want that time Luke picked up a spider.
Yeah, clip it, put it on Instagram. People love it.
Clip it. There we go.
Whew, okay. Thank
Look at
you,
you checking the wall. Look at you checking the wall like.
No, I need to move. I need to get out of this house.
Right, burn it. Just burn it. But oh my god, I can feel things on my leg. I'm telling you.
Okay, bye everybody. We've got to go now.